John, I wonder if I could highlight two guys. Let's call them the killer bees. When you watch from a distance, and I think people, we try not to be myopic and just care about the two New York teams. We both work at the network. We're talking about all 30 teams all the time. But obviously, while based in New York, we're at a lot of Met and Yankee games. We are familiar with the work of Chris Bassitt. He was a starting pitcher for the Mets. He's been a very, very good, consistent, durable starting pitcher for a long time. He's got in the bullpen and he's helped influence games this postseason. I think he finally gave up a hit as a relief pitcher yesterday. He's been strong. And the other guy who stood out for me because he has some high-end skills, the stuff he could do well, he could do really well, is Addison Barger. Who's got a great, not a good arm, a great arm. He threw a guy out in game three and really has some thump in his bat and plays hard and seems to play smart. He kind of feels to me like the best of that secondary group you were mentioning before of the Clements and the Lucases, etc. If you want, go there, go to the guys you like. But those two have stood out for me as kind of rising to the moment. If you believe the Dodgers have the better talent, you need players on the Blue Jays to rise up, and those two guys feel like something to me.
Yeah, I mean, they're complementary players that have been better, no question about that. Barger is a guy with terrific talent. He was a guy who was made to be a ball player. He understood it like in the eighth grade. His family built I don't know if it was a stadium, but a field in the backyard. I don't know how big their yard. It must be pretty big. When he was in ninth grade, was homeschooled. That's a tough road to take, right? I mean, you could be homeschooled and not become a major league player, and then what do you do? But he did it, and so give him credit. He does swing from the heels. He doesn't really have a two-strike approach, but he's very talented. He hits the ball very hard. He throws it unbelievably. I think at a 98-mile-an-hour throw from the outfield the other day. So he's very talented. Bassitt, I talked to him after the game about whether he now wants to be a reliever. And he reminded me that he came up as an elite reliever and transitioned because he could do starting. And he thinks it's more valuable to be a starter in the long run. So he'll be back as a free agent as a starter. But, he's been great in the pull. You're right. He's given up that one hit. He's, I think, 8 strikeouts in 6 innings, something like that, 8 or 9. And that's been a great move. I look Toronto. Their front office was kind of under the gun coming into this year, and they didn't make signings that were all stars. Right, Santander is now hurt, but he had a terrible year. Jimenez has been good at shortstop. He's obviously a terrific defensive player, but he hasn't had a big year. Hoffman now hot and doing great in the postseason, but he didn't have a big year. So, it's come up great for them because all these guys who are complementary players are really playing well.